Beloved, today we gather in faith, in the light of divine love, to realize the miraculous power that resides within us. The truth is, health is not a matter of chance, nor is sickness a decree of destiny. Jesus, the divine healer, lives within your subconscious mind, and through faith, visualization, and prayer, every cell of your body can be restored to perfect health. Open your heart, believe, and declare, I, Jesus, heal me. Beloved, let us begin by understanding the miraculous principle that healing begins in the mind. Many people live their lives unaware of the profound power that resides within their own consciousness. And yet it is in the mind that the seeds of health, vitality, and life itself are sown. The first step toward complete restoration of your body from sickness and disease is to awaken a deep and unwavering faith in the divine power that is within you. There is a part of you, a silent, intelligent, and omnipotent presence that responds to your every thought, your every word, your every belief. This is the subconscious mind, the divine reservoir of infinite wisdom and creative energy, and it holds the key to your perfect health. When you say with conviction, I, Jesus, heal me, you are not merely speaking words into the air. You are sending a command into the infinite intelligence of your subconscious mind, which immediately begins to respond, adjusting every cell, every organ, and every function of your body to the vibration of health and life. It is essential to understand that faith is not something distant or abstract. Faith is not merely hope. It is not a wishful thought or a temporary desire. Faith is a state of consciousness, a deep knowing that what you desire is already present, that the invisible forces of divine power are aligning with your inner command. When you believe that Jesus, the infinite healer, works through you, that divine energy flows through every fiber of your being, you are planting a seed in your mind that cannot fail to grow. Your subconscious mind does not argue with you. It does not question whether your body is sick or well. It accepts as true whatever you impress upon it. If you continuously affirm, I am healed, I am whole, I, Jesus, heal me, your subconscious mind will immediately begin to reorganize the functions of your body, restore balance, and remove all obstruction to perfect health. Many times we encounter individuals who have struggled with disease for years and have been told by external sources that there is no hope, that the illness is incurable. But remember, the body is a marvelous instrument, a creation of divine intelligence, and it always responds to the inner command of the mind. The moment you cultivate unwavering faith, even in the midst of what appears to be a dire condition, the body begins its natural process of restoration. Jesus did not merely heal the sick in the past as a historical event. He represents the living, healing power that resides in every human being. When you consciously align with this power, when you impress upon your subconscious mind the belief that divine energy is actively restoring your health, you are participating in a miracle that is both timeless and immediate. Faith is the magnet that draws health to you. When you hold a thought of sickness, fear, or limitation, you are closing the door to the divine energy that seeks to flow through you. But when you replace those thoughts with the conviction that your body is whole, that every organ is functioning perfectly, that every cell vibrates with vitality, you are opening the door and allowing the universal energy of life to enter fully. Think of your subconscious mind as a fertile field. If you plant seeds of doubt, anxiety, or disbelief, you will harvest weeds, tension, and disease. But if you plant seeds of faith, confidence, and trust in the divine healer within you, your life will blossom with radiant health and vitality. It is also important to realize that healing is not always instantaneous in its physical manifestation. Sometimes the body requires time to reorganize, to rebuild, and to cleanse itself of old patterns. Yet even if you do not see immediate results, your faith is at work. Every repetition of the affirmation, every visualization of perfect health, every act of belief and trust strengthens the subconscious mind and communicates to every cell that health is not only possible but inevitable. Your body begins to conform to the thought, to the mental image of vitality and wholeness. You see, the mind is the invisible master. The body is the servant. When the mind commands, the body obeys. Disease cannot resist the command of faith when it is firmly rooted in the consciousness. As you repeat the words, I, Jesus, heal me, feel the truth of them deeply in your heart. Imagine the divine energy flowing through you, dissolving every pain, every discomfort, every imperfection. Imagine every organ, every gland, every nerve, responding in harmony. Feel the warmth of light, the power of divine intelligence, saturating every cell. Believe that this energy is not coming from outside you, but is already within you. Jesus represents the infinite healing force that is your own subconscious mind, working in perfect wisdom and love. The more vividly you can imagine the restoration of health, the more firmly you can believe it, the quicker and more completely the healing will manifest. There is a sacred law at work, a law that governs the universe and responds to fate. This law does not see obstacles. It does not measure the size of the disease or the length of time it has existed. It responds only to the certainty of belief. Your mind, your inner consciousness, is in direct contact with this infinite intelligence. It hears the words of faith as commands and responds accordingly. Nothing can resist the power of a mind that is convinced of the truth, that knows beyond doubt that divine healing is already at work. Every affirmation, every moment of visualization, every act of gratitude and trust multiplies the healing force within you. Do not let the outer world disturb your inner conviction. Do not allow the voice of fear, the voice of doubt, or the voice of others' opinions to shake your faith. Stand firm, beloved, in the knowledge that divine energy flows through you, and that Jesus, the healer, is your constant companion. The body is a reflection of the mind. When the mind is at peace, confident, and filled with the expectation of perfect health, the body reflects that state. Even a body weakened by years of illness can be restored to vibrant health when the mind consistently believes in the omnipotent power of healing. Understand also that faith is strengthened through repetition and practice. The more often you impress your subconscious mind with thoughts of health, the more natural and effortless the process becomes. Begin each day with the affirmation, I, Jesus, heal me, and feel the truth of it resonate in your entire being. Speak it aloud if possible, for the spoken word carries vibration and energy. Visualize yourself strong, energetic, and free from every symptom. Hold this mental image throughout the day and let nothing disturb it. With persistent faith, the subconscious mind aligns all the functions of the body with the divine pattern of perfect health, and you will witness the miraculous transformation taking place within you. Remember, faith is the cornerstone of all healing. It is the door through which divine energy enters, the key that unlocks the power of your subconscious mind. Believe, beloved, not only with the mind, but with every fiber of your being. Trust the infinite intelligence. Trust Jesus as your healer, and know that your healing is already accomplished. Every cell in your body, every organ, every system responds to your faith. The moment you accept this truth, the miraculous process begins, and health becomes your natural state, your inheritance, your birthright. Hold this faith firmly and let it guide your thoughts, your words, and your action. The more you live in faith, the more visible the evidence of health will appear. Your mind is a magnet, your subconscious is a creative force, and Jesus' healing power is the universal law responding to your inner command. This is the way in which healing begins. In the mind, in faith, in the certainty that divine health is already yours. Believe it, feel it, see it, and the body will obey. You, beloved, are now a living demonstration of the infinite intelligence at work, a testament to the miraculous power of faith, and a witness to the reality that Jesus heals all who call upon him with unwavering belief. Beloved, let us now consider the profound truth that your subconscious mind is your constant companion, your silent partner in life, and your most powerful ally in the attainment of health, happiness, and wholeness. Many people live their lives unaware of this miraculous force, believing that their circumstances, their heredity, or the accidents of life determine their state of health. Yet nothing could be further from the truth. The subconscious mind is a vast, intelligent reservoir of divine energy and creative power, responding instantaneously to the impressions made upon it by your conscious thoughts and beliefs. It does not reason, it does not question, and it does not doubt. It simply obeys. When you impress upon it the idea, the mental image, and the affirmation of perfect health, it immediately sets into motion all the processes necessary to restore harmony and vitality to your body. This is a law of life, a divine principle that governs all creation, and it is always operative. Your subconscious mind is like a fertile garden ready to bring forth whatever seeds you plant. If you sow seeds of fear, disease, and doubt, you will harvest limitation, weakness, and suffering. But if you plant seeds of faith, health, and divine energy, you will reap strength, vigor, and wholeness. This is not a matter of chance or wishful thinking. It is a precise and unbreakable law. The moment you affirm with conviction, "I, Jesus, heal me," your subconscious mind receives that command as an absolute truth. It knows no contradiction. It does not distinguish between what is seen and unseen, between what appears to be and what is desired. It immediately begins to act to harmonize every cell, every organ, and every system of your body with the state of perfect health that you have imagined. You must understand that your subconscious mind is always active. It works day and night, whether you are aware of it or not. It never sleeps. It is constantly receiving impressions from your conscious thoughts, from the words you speak, and from the emotions you feel. These impressions determine the quality of your life, the state of your body, and the experiences you attract. When illness or disease appears, it is often a reflection of repeated negative thought patterns, conscious or unconscious, that have been impressed upon the subconscious mind. But the beauty of this law is that it can be reversed. Just as the subconscious mind accepts negative impressions and brings them into manifestation, so too does it accept positive, healing thoughts and convert them into tangible results. To harness this power, it is essential to impress upon your subconscious mind, with clarity, persistence, and faith, the reality of perfect health. This requires repetition, visualization, and feeling. Speak affirmations daily, and do so with the belief that they are already true. Do not merely recite words mechanically. Feel their truth, immerse yourself in the image of vitality, and let the subconscious mind accept them as reality. Your subconscious mind is like a faithful servant. It does not know how to refuse a command. It cannot argue with you if you say with confidence, "My body is strong, every organ functions perfectly, and divine life flows through me." It immediately begins to orchestrate the unseen forces that bring your body into harmony with that image. Consider for a moment the remarkable intelligence of the subconscious mind. It governs all automatic functions of your body, the beating of the heart, the circulation of the blood, the secretion of hormones, the repair of tissues, and the elimination of toxins. These processes continue without conscious effort, because the subconscious mind directs them. When you impress upon it the idea of health, it adjusts these processes in accordance with the perfect pattern. Every cell is renewed, every organ begins to function optimally, and every system works in harmony. This is why visualization, prayer, and affirmation are so powerful. They speak directly to the subconscious, which is the creative agent of life. It is also vital to understand that the subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It cannot differentiate between actual illness and the mental image of sickness. If you dwell upon symptoms, if you obsess over pain or weakness, you are feeding the subconscious mind with negative instructions, and it will manifest accordingly. But if you focus your mind on health, vitality, and the healing power of Jesus, the subconscious mind will act to realize that image regardless of current appearances. This is the secret of all great healings, the principle behind every miraculous recovery, and the truth that has guided countless souls to restoration. You must engage the subconscious mind with patience and persistence. Healing is not always instant, but it is always effective when faith and belief are steadfast. Sometimes the body requires time to adjust, cleanse, and rebuild. The subconscious mind orchestrates this process with perfect wisdom. Even if you do not perceive immediate results, trust that the divine intelligence within you is at work. Feel the presence of Jesus as the healer within, and know that every repetition of your affirmation, every act of faith, and every moment of visualization strengthens the inner command and accelerates the process of restoration. It is also helpful to cultivate an attitude of gratitude toward the subconscious mind and toward divine healing. Gratitude reinforces the belief that health is already being restored. Say to yourself, "Thank you, Jesus, for the healing already taking place. Thank you, subconscious mind, for restoring every cell of my body to perfection." This combination of faith, visualization, and gratitude impresses the subconscious mind with certainty, leaving no room for doubt or hesitation. It begins to bring forth evidence of health in a visible, tangible way. Moreover, the subconscious mind can be directed to heal specific areas of the body. When you encounter pain or weakness in a particular organ or system, focus your mental attention there. Visualize the organ functioning perfectly, vibrant and strong. Speak words of life and healing to that area. Command it to respond to the divine energy within. The subconscious mind obeys without question. And gradually, the organ, the tissue, and the cells align with the image of health you have impressed upon them. Never forget that the subconscious mind operates through feeling. It is not convinced by logic or argument. It is convinced by the emotional force and certainty of your belief. Therefore, when you affirm, I, Jesus, heal me, do so with feeling, with conviction, and with unwavering faith. Let your heart fully accept the truth of the statement. Imagine it as already accomplished. Feel the joy, the freedom, and the vitality of perfect health, and your subconscious mind will immediately begin to act, bringing your body into alignment with that inner reality. Finally, recognize that the subconscious mind is a direct link to the divine intelligence that created the universe. When you impress it with thoughts of health, faith, and vitality, you are cooperating with the same infinite power that sustains all life. Jesus represents this living power, and when you call upon him, you are engaging the infinite law that governs healing and restoration. Trust this law, work with it, and allow your subconscious mind to be the vehicle through which divine health flows into every part of your being. The more you practice this principle, the more naturally it becomes a part of your life, and the more effortlessly your body responds. So, beloved, understand deeply that your subconscious mind is not only your healer, it is your constant ally. Treat it with respect. Impress upon it only thoughts of health and vitality, and watch as your body transforms, restores, and renews itself. Nothing can resist the power of a subconscious mind fully aligned with divine healing. When you say, I, Jesus, heal me, you are not merely speaking a prayer. You are commanding the infinite power of life itself to manifest perfect health within you. Believe it, feel it, and live it. For the subconscious mind never fails, and divine energy always responds to faith. Beloved, we now turn our attention to the profound practice of visualization, a method by which you can see and feel perfect health as if it already exists within you. The human mind is a marvelous instrument, and the images it entertains with vividness and emotion are impressed upon the subconscious mind, which brings them into manifestation. Many people are unaware that their imagination is a sacred workshop where reality is formed, where the future is created, and where the seeds of health, vitality, and life itself are planted. When you visualize your body as whole, strong, and vibrant, you are not engaging in mere fantasy. You are impressing upon your subconscious mind the reality of divine health, and it begins at once to harmonize every cell, every organ, and every system with that image. Begin by imagining yourself free from all pain, free from every symptom, and entirely restored to health. Picture your body functioning perfectly, every organ working in harmony, every cell pulsating with vitality. See yourself walking, moving, breathing with ease, radiating energy and life. Feel the joy of complete health as though it has already been achieved. This is not imagination for its own sake. It is the very language of the subconscious mind. It does not understand words alone. It responds to images, feelings, and vivid mental pictures. The more clearly you see yourself as healed, the more your subconscious mind accepts it as truth, and the more quickly your body conforms to the perfect image you have created. The law of visualization works precisely because the subconscious mind cannot differentiate between what is real and what is vividly imagined. If you consistently visualize illness, pain, or weakness, the subconscious mind registers it as reality and organizes the body accordingly. But if you consistently visualize perfect health, strength, and vitality, it organizes the body to match that mental picture. This is why so many healings occur when people learn to see themselves as completely restored, even when medical evidence appears to suggest otherwise. You are engaging the same power that created the universe, the same divine intelligence that governs every cell and every function of life. When you direct this power with clarity and faith, miracles occur naturally, effortlessly, and reliably. Begin each day with a period of quiet reflection and visualization. Close your eyes and allow yourself to imagine, in every detail, the perfect functioning of your body. See your heart beating strongly, your lungs breathing deeply, your liver and kidneys purifying, your immune system guarding and defending, your joints flexible and strong. Feel the energy coursing through every limb, every muscle, every nerve. Visualize every part of your body renewed, restored, and vibrant. This mental exercise is not simply a mental diversion. It is the direct method of commanding the subconscious mind to bring health into manifestation. As you visualize, combine this with the affirmation, I, Jesus, heal me. The spoken or silent repetition of these words, combined with the image of perfect health, produces a resonance in your subconscious mind. This resonance awakens the latent powers of self-healing, directing life force to areas that require restoration. You may even imagine the cells themselves being infused with divine energy, each one vibrating with life, strength, and vitality. Picture every organ being bathed in light, every tissue being cleansed, every system harmonized. The more detailed your mental picture, the more powerful the effect. Visualization works most effectively when accompanied by feeling. It is not enough merely to picture health. You must also feel it, embrace it, and let it penetrate every fiber of your being. Experience the freedom, the strength, and the joy of complete wellness. Imagine the relief of pain leaving your body, the elimination of all tension and fatigue, the fullness of energy that flows naturally when the body is in perfect balance. The subconscious mind responds not only to images, but to the emotional intensity behind them. The feeling of certainty, joy, and confidence in your health accelerates the manifestation of healing in your physical body. Many people are hindered in their healing because they allow doubt, fear, or anxiety to disrupt the process. Even brief thoughts of sickness can interfere with the work of visualization. Therefore, as you engage in this practice, cultivate a sense of unwavering faith. Trust that the divine power within you, represented by Jesus, is always present and always active. Trust that your body is capable of perfect restoration when your mind is focused, clear, and aligned with this vision of health. Repeated visualization, performed with conviction, becomes a mental habit, and over time it impresses the subconscious mind so strongly that the body automatically conforms to the image of perfect vitality. It is also useful to visualize not only the absence of illness, but the presence of health in all its fullness. See yourself performing activities with ease, enjoying life to the fullest, feeling strong, vibrant, and alive. Imagine yourself moving freely, breathing deeply, thinking clearly, and experiencing the joy of living in a body fully restored to divine health. Include in your visualization the environments, the activities, and the sensations of a healthy life. The subconscious mind responds to the total picture, and the more vivid, detailed, and pleasurable the image, the more powerful the effect. Remember that visualization is not separate from prayer. It is prayer in action. By combining visualization with affirmations such as I, Jesus, heal me, you are speaking the language of the subconscious mind and then divine intelligence. Prayer, affirmation, and visualization together form a powerful triad that communicates directly with the life force within you. It is the most effective method of removing blocks, correcting imbalances, and stimulating the natural healing processes of the body. Every time you visualize, you are reminding the subconscious mind of its perfect pattern, and it works tirelessly to bring that pattern into physical reality. It is important also to forgive yourself and others during this process. Emotional tension, resentment, and guilt create blockages that hinder the effectiveness of visualization. By releasing these negative emotions, you create a clear channel for the flow of divine energy. See yourself not only physically healed, but emotionally and mentally free, harmonized and at peace. The subconscious mind receives this complete image and begins to manifest it in your life. Many have experienced miraculous results by using visualization consistently. People have reported that chronic pain disappeared, illnesses reversed, energy returned, and strength restored, simply because they persistently imagined themselves as completely well, combined with the affirmation of faith. These results are not coincidental. They are the natural outcome of the law of the mind, the creative power of the subconscious, and the divine healing intelligence that responds to belief. Practice visualization with patience, persistence, and faith. The more often you engage in this practice, the more firmly the subconscious mind accepts the image of health as a permanent reality. Each time you visualize, you are reinforcing the blueprint of perfect health in your mind, and the body, being obedient to this blueprint, gradually aligns with it, Trust the process and do not allow temporary doubts or external circumstances to shake your faith. Health is your natural state, and your imagination, combined with belief, is the instrument by which it is restored. Finally, remember that Jesus, as the infinite healer, dwells within you. The power to heal, the power to restore, and the power to transform every cell of your body is already present. Visualization is the key to unlocking this power, the means by which the subconscious mind is directed to act, and the method by which divine health becomes manifest. See it, feel it, believe it, and it shall be yours. By daily practice of visualization, you are cooperating with the universal law, the subconscious mind, and the divine intelligence within, bringing every aspect of your being into perfect alignment with health, vitality, and life itself. Beloved, let us now focus upon the miraculous power of divine words, the spoken and unspoken affirmations that carry life, health, and restoration directly into the subconscious mind. Words are not merely sounds. They are vessels of energy, vibration, and creative force. Every word you speak, whether consciously or unconsciously, impresses the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind immediately acts upon that impression. It is the divine law that the spoken word carries power, and when combined with faith, it can accomplish miracles. The words, "I, Jesus, heal me," are more than a mere prayer. They are a command, a declaration, a statement of absolute faith, and a communication to the infinite intelligence within you that perfect health is now manifesting. Consider carefully that the subconscious mind does not argue, does not reason, and does not question. It accepts whatever is impressed upon it as absolute truth, and acts accordingly. When you continually repeat, with feeling and conviction, words of health, healing, and vitality, you are planting seeds in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. These seeds grow, take root, and eventually bear fruit in the physical body. This is the law by which all healings occur, the principle by which every miracle of restoration is accomplished. It matters not whether you fully understand the mechanism. The law operates whether consciously known or not. Speak your words of healing with certainty. Let each syllable carry conviction. Let every phrase be imbued with faith, and let your emotions harmonize with the declaration of health. Say, "I, Jesus, heal me," as though every cell of your body is already restored, every organ functioning perfectly, and every system operating in complete harmony. Feel the truth of these words deeply within, for the subconscious mind responds not merely to words but to the feeling behind the words. The greater the feeling, the stronger the impression, and the faster and more completely your body responds. It is vital to understand that your words must be positive, definite, and in the present tense. Never say, "I hope to be healed," or "I wish I were well." Such words suggest doubt, uncertainty, and future dependence, and the subconscious mind cannot act upon them effectively. Instead, affirm, "I am healed now. I am whole now. I, Jesus, heal me now." Present tense statements communicate certainty and immediacy. They tell your subconscious mind that the healing is already accomplished, and it begins to organize your body to reflect that reality. The more definite your words, the more powerful the effect. In addition, repetition is essential. Repeating these affirmations daily, morning and night, impresses them deeply upon the subconscious mind. Each repetition strengthens the impression, reinforces the belief, and magnifies the power of the words. It is through repetition that the subconscious mind begins to accept these statements as true, regardless of current appearances or physical sensations. Even if the body still shows signs of illness, the subconscious mind recognizes the command and begins the work of restoration. Consistency in the use of these words is the secret of all great healings. You must also speak these words with emotion, faith, and conviction. Words spoken without feeling are weak. They do not impress the subconscious mind. But words spoken with absolute belief, with joy, and with expectation of healing carry energy. Feel the divine presence of Jesus as you speak. Feel the warmth, the light, and the life entering your body. Speak as though every cell is listening, as though every organ is responding to your command. The subconscious mind acts immediately upon these words, and life begins to flow into every part of your being. Understand that these words are not limited to the spoken form. They can be repeated silently in the mind, whispered in the heart, or meditated upon with complete attention. The subconscious mind does not distinguish between words spoken aloud or silently. It responds to the intensity of thought and feeling, Silent repetition, when combined with visualization and faith, can be as powerful or even more powerful than spoken words. The key is that the words are definite, affirmative, and emotionally charged with belief. Do not allow yourself to be discouraged by temporary lack of visible results. Healing is often gradual as the body reorganizes, repairs, and rebuilds itself in alignment with the divine pattern. The subconscious mind works tirelessly, often unseen, to bring the body into harmony with the mental image you have impressed upon it. Trust this process, remain patient, and continue to speak your words of faith with confidence. Each day, each repetition, each declaration strengthens the law of life within you and accelerates the manifestation of perfect health. It is also helpful to speak words of life to specific parts of the body. If you feel weakness or pain in a particular organ, speak to it directly. Heart, you are strong and healthy. You are full of life and energy. I, Jesus, heal you. The subconscious mind accepts this instruction as reality and begins to respond. Every cell and organ listens to your command when spoken with faith. Focused, directed words amplify the healing effect, ensuring that every part of your body aligns with the divine pattern of perfection. Remember, words spoken with faith also influence the emotional and mental body. Many illnesses are connected to tension, worry, and fear. By speaking words of healing, affirmation, and trust, you are not only directing the body, but also calming the mind, releasing stress, and creating an atmosphere in which healing can occur naturally. Words have the power to transform both body and mind, to remove blockages, and to harmonize the entire being with the energy of divine life. It is important to maintain a mental attitude that corresponds with your words. If your words speak of health, but your mind doubts, fears, or entertains negative thoughts, the subconscious mind receives a contradictory signal. Therefore, align your thoughts, feelings, and words. Hold the mental picture of health, repeat the words of healing, and feel the reality of your restored body. This harmony creates an irresistible force that the subconscious mind cannot resist, and it begins to bring perfect health into manifestation. Finally, understand that Jesus, as the infinite healer, works through your subconscious mind. When you speak words of faith, you are engaging this infinite power. You are activating the divine intelligence within every cell, every organ, and every system. The words, I, Jesus, heal me, are a direct command to this intelligence, a request for divine energy to flow through you, and a declaration that you are ready to receive the gift of perfect health. Trust that your words carry power. Speak them often, speak them with feeling, and speak them with absolute faith. The subconscious mind will obey, and your body will respond with restoration, vitality, and life. Beloved, never underestimate the power of the spoken word. Every word is a seed, every seed is a command, and every command is answered by the infinite intelligence that governs your being. Speak with faith, speak with feeling, and speak with conviction. Speak the words of healing, life, and restoration, and watch as your body transforms, aligns, and conforms to the divine pattern of perfect health. The words, I, Jesus, heal me, are not merely words, they are the instrument through which miracles are performed, the vehicle by which your subconscious mind brings forth life, energy, and vitality, and the declaration that divine health is now present, active, and manifest in your being. Beloved, let us now understand the vital principle that fear and doubt are the greatest obstacles to healing, and that releasing them opens the way for the divine energy of life and health to flow freely into every part of your being. Disease, pain, and weakness often arise not merely from physical conditions, but from the mental and emotional states that dominate the mind. Fear, anxiety, worry, and doubt send contradictory signals to the subconscious mind, and the subconscious, being obedient to thought, manifests these conditions in the body. The body is a mirror of the mind. When the mind is filled with fear, tension, or uncertainty, the body reflects that condition through weakness, illness, and imbalance. Yet when the mind is filled with faith, confidence, and expectation of healing, the body mirrors health, strength, and vitality. Understand that fear is an illusion. It has no real substance. It exists only as a thought pattern in your consciousness. When you feel fear, you are projecting energy toward a negative outcome. and the subconscious mind responds by attempting to manifest that image in your reality. This is why it is so essential to recognize fear for what it is: a false image, an enemy that blocks the flow of divine energy. The moment you consciously let go of fear, the body and mind are released from tension. The energy that was held back begins to circulate freely, and the natural healing forces of life are activated. Doubt works in the same manner. When you doubt the power of Jesus, the ability of your subconscious mind, or the reality of divine healing, you create resistance. The subconscious mind cannot bring into manifestation that which you do not fully believe is possible. Doubt weakens the command you give to the life force within you, and the body continues in a state of imbalance. Faith, on the other hand, strengthens the command, energizes the subconscious, and directs the flow of healing energy precisely where it is needed. Faith is the magnet. Doubt is the barrier. Remove the barrier, and the magnet draws the energy of divine life to restore every cell, every organ, and every system. One of the most effective methods to release fear and doubt is to turn your attention to a higher power. Declare with confidence, "I, Jesus, heal me." Let these words penetrate deeply into your consciousness. Feel their truth, feel their power, and allow them to replace any negative thoughts that arise. When fear attempts to enter your mind, immediately replace it with the affirmation of healing. The subconscious mind cannot hold both fear and faith simultaneously. It will accept the idea that is impressed upon it most strongly. Choose faith, choose health, choose life. The moment you do so, the subconscious mind responds, and your body begins to follow. It is also helpful to visualize fear dissolving, as though it were a shadow vanishing in the light. See every worry, every anxiety, every tension leaving your body and mind. Imagine the body filled with light, warmth, and energy, and the mind calm, confident, and assured of healing. This visualization, combined with the spoken words of faith, communicates directly to the subconscious mind. You are replacing negative images with positive, restorative ones. The mind cannot distinguish between what is imagined and what is real. So when you see yourself free from fear and full of health, the body aligns with that image. Many people cling to fear because it feels familiar. They have lived with worry, doubt, or anxiety for so long that it seems natural. But, beloved, it is not natural, it is learned. Just as you learned fear, you can unlearn it. Replace old patterns with new ones, patterns of faith, confidence, and trust in the divine healer within you. Repeat affirmations such as, "I am safe," "I am healed," "I am whole," and feel the certainty of these statements deep within your being. Your subconscious mind absorbs these impressions, and over time, they replace fear with faith, doubt with certainty, and weakness with strength. It is important to understand that releasing fear is not a passive act. It requires active engagement of your mind. You must observe your thoughts, recognize fear when it arises, and consciously replace it with the image of health, the word of faith, or the feeling of divine protection. Each time you do this, you are training your subconscious mind to respond to faith rather than fear. Each time you replace doubt with trust, you are strengthening the inner command that directs your body toward wholeness. This is a practical, active method of cooperating with the law of life, and it is essential to the realization of healing. Consider the many examples throughout history of those who overcame fear and experienced miraculous healing. They did not wait for circumstances to change. They changed their own consciousness first. They replaced fear with faith, doubt with belief, and weakness with certainty. They knew beyond any question that the divine power of Jesus was working through them. They visualized health, repeated affirmations, and most importantly, they released all resistance in the form of fear and worry. As a result, their bodies responded, and what seemed impossible became reality. The same power is available to you. It is within your mind, within your heart, and within your subconscious, ready to respond the moment you release fear and trust fully in divine healing. Forgiveness also plays an essential role in releasing fear. Often fear is entangled with resentment, guilt, or anger. These negative emotions create tension in the body and mind, obstructing the flow of healing energy. By forgiving yourself and others, you release the burden of negative energy, allowing the subconscious mind to operate freely and harmoniously. Imagine the act of forgiveness as opening a door through which the life force can flow. As you release resentment, anger, and fear, the body relaxes, the mind calms, and divine energy enters unobstructed. It is also important to cultivate gratitude. Gratitude shifts the mind from a focus on fear and limitation to a focus on abundance and health. By giving thanks for the healing already underway, you reinforce the belief that health is present and active. Say, "Thank you, Jesus, for the healing that is manifesting in my body now," and feel the truth of these words. Gratitude acts as a powerful amplifier of faith, reinforcing the positive images and words that you impress upon your subconscious mind. The more you combine faith, forgiveness, and gratitude, the more rapidly and completely healing occurs. Remember, fear and doubt are not your true nature. You are a child of divine intelligence, created in the image of God, filled with the power to heal, restore, and thrive. Fear is simply a temporary shadow, a false image projected by the mind, which disappears the moment you turn toward the light of faith. Doubt is merely a habit of thought that can be replaced by the certainty of divine presence in the reality of health. By consciously choosing faith over fear, belief over doubt, and life over limitation, you activate the natural healing forces of the universe within yourself. Finally, know that Jesus, as the infinite healer, works through your faith when you release fear and doubt, when you speak words of healing, when you visualize perfect health. The subconscious mind responds as the obedient servant it is, and the body begins to realign with the divine pattern of wholeness. The process may be gradual or immediate, but the law is absolute. The more consistently you release fear, strengthen faith, and align your mind with the divine command for health, the more quickly your body manifests the healing that is already present within the infinite intelligence of your being. Beloved, hold this truth in your heart. Fear and doubt are the obstacles, faith and trust are the gateways. Release the shadows of worry and limitation. Speak the words of healing. Visualize the body, fully restored. Feel the certainty, the joy, and the freedom of complete health. Trust in the power of Jesus as the healer within. When fear is gone and doubt is released, the divine energy of life flows freely, restoring every cell, every organ, and every system. Healing becomes not a hope, but a reality, not a wish, but a law, not a distant promise, but a present truth. You are healed, you are whole, you are free. Beloved, let us now understand the extraordinary relationship between forgiveness and healing, and how holding resentment or anger can obstruct the flow of divine energy, while embracing forgiveness opens the channels of life, health, and harmony within your body and mind. Often illness is not merely the result of physical factors, but it is a reflection of tension, emotional imbalance, and unresolved negative feelings held in the subconscious mind. These emotions, when allowed to fester, create blockages in the life force, affecting the cells, organs, and systems of the body. When you release them through forgiveness, you remove the obstruction, allowing the healing energy of Jesus to flow freely and restore balance. Forgiveness is not merely a moral or spiritual principle. It is a practical, tangible tool for health and wellness. To forgive does not mean to condone wrong actions or deny reality. It means to release the burden of negative emotion from your mind and heart. Resentment, anger, jealousy, or guilt are like chains that bind the energy of life, creating tension, weakening the immune system, and interfering with the natural processes of repair and regeneration in the body. When you consciously decide to forgive, you free the body from these restrictive energies. You allow the subconscious mind to realign with divine intelligence, which governs all healing, and you permit life, vitality, and balance to flow naturally. Many people carry grudges for years, often unaware that the very act of holding on to resentment prolongs discomfort, disease, or chronic pain. The subconscious mind, being obedient to thought, manifests the internal tension in physical form. The organs and cells respond to the emotional currents within the mind. Anger can manifest as high blood pressure, resentment as digestive disturbance, and fear or guilt as chronic fatigue. Each negative emotion impresses the subconscious mind with disharmony, and the body reflects that disharmony. But forgiveness dissolves these currents, clears the mind, and allows the energy of health to return. Forgiveness begins with self-awareness. Recognize the emotions that you hold against others or against yourself. Be honest and gentle with your consciousness. Admit to the presence of resentment, anger, or blame, and then make a conscious decision to release. Speak to yourself and the other person, even silently, saying, I forgive, I release, I let go. Feel the tension dissolving as you do so. Imagine the chains of resentment falling away, leaving your mind calm, your heart light, and your body free. This act of inner liberation has profound effects on every organ, tissue, and cell, because it removes the obstruction that prevents divine life from flowing. Forgiveness is not only outward directed, it must also be inward. Many illnesses are compounded by self-reproach, guilt, or self-criticism. People punish themselves unconsciously, maintaining emotional and physical tension that impedes healing. The act of forgiving oneself is essential. Say to yourself, I forgive myself, I am free, I release all past errors and limitations. Feel the truth of these words penetrating your subconscious mind. Know that divine intelligence, represented by Jesus, is forgiving, healing, and restored. When you forgive yourself, you align with this infinite intelligence, allowing healing energy to flow through every cell and organ. Gratitude is a companion to forgiveness in the healing process. When you forgive, also give thanks for the restoration taking place within your body and mind. Say, thank you, Jesus, for the healing that flows through me. Thank you for the release of all tension, all anger, all resentment. Thank you for the health and vitality that now fills me. Gratitude amplifies the effect of forgiveness, impressing the subconscious mind with certainty, joy, and faith. The more you combine forgiveness with gratitude, the more powerful the healing becomes, because you are no longer holding energy in opposition, you are releasing it and directing it toward life, balance, and restoration. Forgiveness also promotes mental clarity and emotional equilibrium, which are essential for health. When the mind is free from resentment, bitterness, or negative judgment, it becomes a fertile field for positive thoughts, visualization, and affirmations. The subconscious mind, no longer distracted by conflict or tension, can respond fully to the commands for help. Imagine your mind as a clear lake. When anger or resentment stirs the water, it becomes cloudy and obstructs the reflection of divine truth. When you forgive, the water becomes still, clear, and reflective. Your subconscious mind can then perceive the image of perfect health and restore it in your body. Visualization is strengthened by forgiveness. When you visualize your body restored to perfect health, every organ functioning optimally, every cell vibrant with life, the effect is magnified. If the mind is free from negativity, forgiveness clears the mental field so that the energy of visualization flows unhindered. Picture yourself not only physically healed, but emotionally and mentally liberated. See every organ, every tissue, and every system functioning perfectly. Feel the joy, the vitality, and the freedom that arise when you release resentment. This integrated approach, combining forgiveness, visualization, and affirmations, activates the healing power of the subconscious mind in a powerful, comprehensive manner. Faith is intertwined with forgiveness in the process of healing. When you forgive, you express trust in divine intelligence, in the power of Jesus, and in the inherent capacity of your subconscious mind to restore balance. Forgiveness is an act of faith, a declaration that the past does not control you, and that divine life flows freely in the present. When faith accompanies forgiveness, it creates a resonance in the subconscious mind that attracts health, vitality, and wholeness. Doubt, fear, or lingering resentment can weaken this resonance. But complete forgiveness, combined with trust, generates an unstoppable force of restoration. Many healings throughout history have occurred when individuals released resentment, anger, or guilt, and turned their attention fully to faith, visualization, and affirmations of health. The body responded, often miraculously, because the subconscious mind was free to act in harmony with divine intelligence. You too can experience this transformation. By consciously practicing forgiveness, you remove the invisible barriers that obstruct life, energy, and vitality. Every act of forgiveness is a signal to the subconscious mind that harmony is desired and that divine energy is welcome. It is essential to remember that forgiveness is not a one-time act, but a continual practice. Negative emotions may arise repeatedly, and each time they do, consciously release them. Each repetition strengthens the subconscious pattern of peace, health, and alignment with divine intelligence. Make forgiveness a daily habit, a mental and spiritual discipline that clears the way for health to manifest. The subconscious mind records these patterns, and over time they become automatic. The body, responding to this consistent command, gradually restores itself to perfect harmony and vitality. Beloved, understand deeply that forgiveness is a bridge between the mind and the body, a channel through which divine energy flows freely. It dissolves tension, releases obstruction, and opens the way for the miraculous. It transforms not only your inner world, but your physical being, creating conditions for optimal health and well-being. When you forgive, you are not merely changing your emotional state. You are activating the very power of life, restoration, and divine intelligence that resides within you. Finally, know that Jesus, as the infinite healer, works in perfect harmony with forgiveness. The act of releasing resentment, anger, and guilt aligns you with this healing power. Every cell, every organ, every system responds to the removal of obstruction and the presence of divine energy. By embracing forgiveness, you are not only freeing your mind and heart, you are opening the channels of life, health, and vitality. Your body, mind, and spirit are now in alignment with the divine pattern of perfection. Health is no longer a hope, but a reality. No longer a distant dream, but a living, present truth. You are healed. You are whole. You are free. Beloved, let us now reflect upon the extraordinary power of gratitude and its profound effect on healing. Gratitude is not simply a polite gesture or a momentary acknowledgement. It is a force, a vibration, and a law of the mind that impresses the subconscious and attracts life, health, and abundance. When you cultivate genuine gratitude, you align yourself with the infinite intelligence that governs all life, and you create the perfect environment for the flow of divine energy through every cell, every organ, and every system of your body. The subconscious mind responds eagerly to gratitude, for it recognizes joy, faith, and certainty, and it translates these qualities into tangible results. Consider carefully that when you dwell on lack, limitation, pain, or disease, you are sending a signal to the subconscious mind that life is incomplete, that energy is blocked, and that harmony is absent. These thoughts generate tension in the body and create a subtle but real obstacle to the natural healing processes. But when you focus on gratitude, when you give thanks for health, life, energy, and divine presence, you reverse this pattern. Gratitude is a signal to your subconscious mind that abundance, wellness, and wholeness already exist, and it immediately begins to organize your body, mind, and environment in alignment with this truth. To fully utilize the power of gratitude, begin by acknowledging and giving thanks for every blessing, both large and small, that already exists in your life. Even if you are experiencing physical discomfort or illness, you can give thanks for the healing that is taking place within, for the energy that is circulating, for the intelligence that is restoring every cell. Say with conviction, "Thank you, Jesus, for the health already present in my body. Thank you for the life, energy, and vitality flowing through me now." Speak these words not mechanically, but with feeling, with awareness, and with the certainty that they are true. The subconscious mind does not merely register words. It registers belief, emotion, and expectation. Gratitude also serves as a protective shield against fear, doubt, and negative emotions. When the mind is filled with appreciation and joy, there is no room for anxiety, worry, or despair. Gratitude transforms the mental environment into one of harmony and faith. The subconscious mind responds to this mental state by directing the life force toward balance, restoration, and wholeness. Just as anger or resentment can block energy and create tension, gratitude opens the channels, allowing the divine energy of healing to flow unobstructed. An effective method is to visualize your body as healthy and strong, while simultaneously giving thanks. Picture every organ functioning perfectly, every cell vibrating with vitality, and every system harmonized. Feel the joy, freedom, and energy that arise from this vision. Then give thanks for this already accomplished reality. Gratitude amplifies visualization because it impresses the subconscious mind not only with the image of health, but also with the emotional certainty that it is already present. The combination of visualization and gratitude creates a powerful resonance that the subconscious cannot resist, and the body begins to conform naturally to the pattern of perfect health. It is also important to give thanks not only for what is visible, but for what is invisible. Give thanks for the intelligence within your body that regulates heartbeats, breathing, digestion, and cellular repair. Give thanks for the subconscious mind that governs healing, Give thanks for the divine power of Jesus working through you. By recognizing and appreciating these unseen forces, you draw them into conscious awareness and cooperation, magnifying their effect on your physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. The subconscious mind responds to gratitude with increased efficiency, directing life and energy to wherever it is most needed in your body. Many people do not realize that gratitude is also a catalyst for faith. Faith and gratitude are intertwined, like two sides of the same coin. Gratitude reinforces the belief that healing is already occurring. When you consistently give thanks for health, the subconscious mind accepts the reality of restoration and begins to organize the body accordingly. Gratitude removes hesitation, doubt, and resistance, replacing them with certainty and joy. As a result, the healing process accelerates, and what was once distant or uncertain becomes immediate and tangible. Gratitude also influences your emotional and mental state, which in turn affects physical health. When you are grateful, you experience peace, joy, and satisfaction. Stress decreases, tension diminishes, and the body relaxes. This relaxation allows blood to circulate freely, nutrients to reach every cell, and energy to flow unhindered. Chronic tension, worry, and negativity often contribute to illness, but gratitude transforms the internal environment into one of harmony and vitality. In this state, the body naturally begins to repair, restore, and rejuvenate itself. Furthermore, gratitude encourages a holistic approach to healing. It reminds you that you are not merely a body in isolation. You are a mind, a spirit, and a living organism in perfect harmony with divine intelligence. By giving thanks for life, health, energy, and the presence of Jesus within, you acknowledge the interconnectedness of all aspects of your being. This recognition strengthens the subconscious mind's alignment with health, as it operates most effectively when mind, body, and spirit are in harmony. To practice gratitude effectively, create a daily habit of acknowledgement and thanks. Each morning before rising, give thanks for the life, energy, and healing flowing within your body. Each evening before sleep, give thanks for the restoration, vitality, and balance experienced throughout the day. Include not only physical health, but also mental clarity, emotional stability, and spiritual harmony. By making gratitude a daily practice, you impress the subconscious mind with certainty and expectation, reinforcing the inner command for health and wellness. It is also useful to combine gratitude with affirmations. As you affirm, I, Jesus, heal me. Feel the words filled with thankfulness. Say, I thank you, Jesus, for my healing. I thank you for the health flowing through me now. The combination of gratitude and affirmations strengthens the subconscious impression and ensures that the body responds fully and harmoniously. Every repetition of gratitude and affirmation deepens the subconscious belief that healing is complete, accelerating the manifestation of perfect health. Remember, gratitude is a form of mental and spiritual nourishment. Just as the body requires food and water to thrive, the mind and spirit require positive, life-affirming energy to function optimally. Gratitude supplies this energy in abundance. It transforms thought patterns, strengthens faith, removes tension, and harmonizes the body. The subconscious mind responds immediately, and healing occurs naturally as a consequence of this inner alignment. Finally, understand that Jesus, as the infinite healer, works most effectively through a mind and heart filled with gratitude. The act of giving thanks opens the channels of divine energy, allowing healing to flow unimpeded into every part of your being. Gratitude is not a passive state. It is an active engagement with life, a declaration that health, energy, and restoration are present and active within you. By embracing gratitude fully, consistently, and sincerely, you allow your subconscious mind to bring forth perfect health, vitality, and harmony, and you experience the miraculous reality of divine healing in your life. Beloved, hold this truth firmly in your consciousness. Gratitude is a key, a bridge, and a powerful force that activates the healing power within. When you are grateful, when you affirm, when you visualize, when you trust, the subconscious mind and divine energy work together to restore every cell, every organ, and every system to perfect health. Health becomes not a hope, but a certainty, not a distant possibility, but a present reality. You are healed. You are whole. You are alive with the energy, vitality, and divine presence of Jesus flowing through you now. Beloved, we now turn our attention to the extraordinary power of faith and its direct influence on healing. Faith is the vital force that connects the finite mind to infinite intelligence, the channel through which divine energy flows into the body, restoring every cell, every organ, and every system to perfect health. Faith is not mere belief or wishful thinking. It is an absolute certainty, a knowing deep within the subconscious mind that healing is already accomplished, that health is not a future possibility, but a present reality. The subconscious mind responds to faith with absolute obedience. When you impress upon it the unwavering conviction of restoration, it immediately sets into motion the forces necessary to bring that reality into manifestation. Consider carefully that the subconscious mind cannot distinguish between the imagined and the real when the thought is accompanied by faith. This principle is the secret of all miraculous healings. When faith is present, the mind sends the message of health with such clarity and intensity that the body must respond. Every cell, every organ, and every system obeys the law of life within, aligning with the image of perfect health impressed upon the mind. Faith transforms the invisible currents of thought into visible, tangible results. The more vivid, definite, and unwavering your faith, the stronger the healing response. Faith is strengthened through repetition, visualization, and affirmation. Each day declare with conviction, I, Jesus, heal me. I am whole, I am restored. Visualize your body as vibrant, full of energy, and functioning perfectly. Feel the reality of this healing within your mind and heart. These practices impress the subconscious mind so deeply that it accepts the statement as absolute truth and begins to manifest it in the physical body. The subconscious mind acts without hesitation, without delay, and without resistance. It knows only the law of life and the power of belief. Doubt, fear, and hesitation, however, can weaken faith and impede the healing process. When uncertainty enters the mind, the subconscious receives conflicting instructions, and the body cannot respond fully. Therefore, it is essential to guard the mind carefully, to replace negative thoughts with images and words of healing, and to cultivate an unwavering expectation of restoration. Every time a thought of doubt arises, consciously replace it with affirmation, visualization, and the certainty that divine energy is at work within you. The subconscious mind, being obedient to the strongest impression, will follow your direction and bring health into manifestation. Faith also operates in conjunction with the feeling of certainty. Words alone are insufficient unless accompanied by conviction, emotion, and belief. Feel the healing already occurring. Sense the energy flowing through your body, revitalizing every cell, strengthening every organ, and harmonizing every system. Allow yourself to experience the joy, freedom, and vitality of complete health. When the mind and heart fully accept the reality of restoration, the subconscious mind responds with precision, organizing the body to reflect that certainty. Faith combined with feeling is irresistible to the subconscious mind, and healing becomes inevitable. It is also important to recognize that faith is not passive. It is active, dynamic, and participatory. It requires engagement, discipline, and conscious effort. Faith is strengthened through practice, by repeating affirmations, by visualizing health, by expressing gratitude for the healing already underway, and by releasing all fear and doubt. Faith is cultivated daily, moment by moment, thought by thought. Each act of faith, no matter how small, reinforces the subconscious impression and amplifies the healing energy flowing through your body. Over time, faith becomes a natural state of mind, a continuous channel for divine energy to operate unimpeded. Beloved, consider that faith is also a declaration of cooperation with divine intelligence. When you say, I, Jesus, heal me, you are not merely making a request. You are affirming your readiness to receive, your alignment with the universal law, and your willingness to act in harmony with the intelligence that governs all life. The subconscious mind recognizes this declaration and responds immediately, directing the life force to restore balance, remove tension, and renew vitality. Faith, therefore, is both the cause and the catalyst of healing, and it works in perfect synchrony with visualization, affirmation, and gratitude. Faith is further strengthened by persistence. Do not be discouraged if results are not immediately visible. Healing often occurs gradually as the subconscious mind reorganizes, repairs, and realigns every system of the body. Persistence in faith communicates to the subconscious that the desire for health is unwavering, that belief is absolute, and that divine energy should act with certainty. Each repetition, each affirmation, each visualization builds momentum, reinforcing the law of healing and accelerating the manifestation of health. Persistence transforms hope into certainty, desire into reality, and faith into observable results. Forgiveness and gratitude, previously discussed, also enhance the power of faith. When the mind is free from resentment, anger, guilt, or fear, faith flows unimpeded. When gratitude fills the heart, faith is reinforced. These qualities harmonize the subconscious mind and allow divine energy to operate without obstruction. Faith does not exist in isolation. It thrives in an environment of positivity, mental clarity, emotional balance, and spiritual alignment. The more these conditions are cultivated, the more potent the power of faith becomes, and the more rapid and complete the healing response. Faith also directs attention to the unseen rather than the seen. Do not focus on symptoms, limitations, or appearances of disease. Instead, direct your mind toward the invisible reality of health, vitality, and restoration. The subconscious mind responds to the dominant mental image, and what you focus on grows. By keeping attention firmly on the reality of perfect health, reinforced by the words, "I, Jesus, heal me," you impress the subconscious mind with certainty. It begins to translate this mental image into physical form, restoring harmony, balance, and vitality. Beloved, understand that faith operates in all dimensions, physical, mental, and spiritual. When faith is cultivated, it not only heals the body, but also strengthens the mind, stabilizes emotions, and aligns the spirit with divine energy. It is holistic in nature, addressing every aspect of your being. Faith is the invisible architect of restoration, constructing the perfect pattern of health within the subconscious mind and then manifesting it through the body. Every cell obeys the command of faith, every organ responds to belief, and every system is harmonized by the certainty of divine presence. Finally, remember that Jesus, as the infinite healer, works through your faith. When faith is unwavering, the subconscious mind responds with precision and power. Every organ, every tissue, and every cell receives the instruction to align with perfect health. The law of life operates without error, and the body responds naturally, effortlessly, and harmoniously. Faith is your key, your tool, and your instrument of healing. When you combine faith with visualization, affirmation, gratitude, and forgiveness, you create a perfect environment for restoration. Health is not a distant possibility. It is a present reality. The infinite power of Jesus flows through you now, restoring every part of your being to its divine pattern of wholeness, vitality, and life. Beloved, hold this truth in your consciousness. Faith is the foundation, the conduit, and the assurance of healing. With unwavering faith, all blocks are removed, all energies are harmonized, and the body responds perfectly. Speak your words, visualize your health, give thanks, forgive, and hold the certainty of restoration. The subconscious mind, in perfect obedience to the law of life, brings forth healing, vitality, and wholeness. You are healed. You are whole. You are alive with the energy and presence of Jesus flowing through you now. Beloved, we now turn our attention to the vital principle of rest, relaxation, and surrender, and how these states of mind and body are essential for the manifestation of healing. Many people fail to recognize that tension, strain, and constant mental agitation impede the flow of divine energy, block the natural processes of the body, and prevent the subconscious mind from functioning optimally. The body is designed to restore, repair, and renew itself, but it requires a state of calm and receptivity to operate efficiently. When the mind is restless, the nervous system is overstimulated, and energy is dissipated in unproductive direction. Rest and relaxation, coupled with faith and surrender, create the perfect environment for healing to occur effortlessly and completely. Understand that the subconscious mind is always active, always responsive, and always obedient to the thoughts and emotions that dominate consciousness. When the mind is tense, worried, or fearful, these negative impressions are impressed upon the subconscious and manifest in the body as tension, inflammation, fatigue, or disease. Conversely, when the mind is calm, serene, and surrendered to the infinite intelligence of Jesus, the subconscious mind receives clear and harmonious instructions. It immediately begins to restore balance, remove tension, and direct the life force to the areas of the body that require repair. Relaxation is not merely a physical comfort. It is a spiritual and mental tool for accessing the infinite healing power within. Surrender is an essential companion to relaxation. Surrender does not mean weakness or passivity. It means conscious cooperation with the divine intelligence within. It is the recognition that you do not need to struggle, force, or control the healing process. By surrendering to the infinite wisdom and power of Jesus, you allow the subconscious mind to operate without resistance. Say silently or aloud, I surrender my body, mind, and spirit to the healing power of Jesus. I release all tension and allow divine energy to flow freely. Feel the relief, the lightness, and the release as you give up control and trust in the perfect intelligence within. Surrender opens the channels of energy, permitting healing to occur naturally, harmoniously, and without effort. Rest is also essential because the body regenerates most effectively during periods of calm and stillness. When you rest consciously, the nervous system relaxes, the heart rate slows, and circulation improves. Nutrients are absorbed efficiently, toxins are removed, and the body's self-repair mechanisms operate optimally. Combine physical rest with mental relaxation and spiritual surrender, and you create a powerful environment in which healing energy flows unimpeded. The subconscious mind recognizes this state and works tirelessly to restore balance, strength, and vitality to every cell, organ, and system. The visualization and affirmations are enhanced during periods of rest and relaxation. When the body is calm and the mind is quiet, you can focus more deeply on images of health, vitality, and restoration. Picture every organ functioning perfectly, every cell energized, and every system harmonized. Combine this with affirmations such as, I, Jesus, heal me. My body is restored, my mind is clear, my spirit is free. Feel the reality of this healing as though it is already accomplished. The subconscious mind, receiving these impressions without interference from tension or stress, acts with extraordinary precision and efficiency. Healing is accelerated when visualization and affirmation occur in a state of deep relaxation. Many people underestimate the importance of mental silence. The mind, when cluttered with worry, overthinking, or mental agitation, sends conflicting signals to the subconscious. It is like a stormy sea. The waves obscure the clarity of the healing command. In contrast, a quiet, calm mind is like a still lake. It perfectly reflects the image of health impressed upon it. Achieve this mental silence through meditation, deep breathing, or focused attention on the words, I, Jesus, heal me. Allow the mind to rest in this truth. The subconscious mind responds immediately, restoring harmony, energy, and vitality to the body. Breathing is another vital component of relaxation. Conscious, deep and rhythmic breathing oxygenates the blood, calms the nervous system, and energizes the cells. Each breath can be accompanied by the thought, I breathe in divine energy. I release all tension, all pain, all disease. With each inhalation, feel the life force of Jesus entering every cell. With each exhalation, feel all tension, fear, and limitation leaving the body. Breathing in this way aligns body, mind, and spirit, creating an optimal environment for the subconscious mind to restore complete health. It is also important to release the need for immediate results. Many people struggle with impatience, which generates tension and hinders the healing process. Trust the infinite intelligence of Jesus to work perfectly, even if the results are not immediately visible. Surrender to divine timing, knowing that healing occurs according to the law of life, with precision and completeness. The subconscious mind receives your trust and operates without obstruction, gradually manifesting health, energy, and vitality throughout your entire being. Faith and gratitude enhance the effects of relaxation and surrender. While resting, give thanks for the healing that is already taking place. Say, thank you, Jesus, for the restoration and health flowing through me now. Feel the certainty and joy of this healing. Gratitude impresses the subconscious mind with certainty, while faith reinforces the expectation of restoration. Together, these qualities create a powerful environment in which divine energy flows freely and the body responds naturally, effortlessly, and completely. Forgiveness also supports rest, relaxation, and surrender. Unresolved resentment, anger, or guilt creates tension that prevents the mind and body from entering a state of calm. By forgiving yourself and others, you release this tension, opening the channels for healing energy to flow unhindered. Visualize this forgiveness as a cleansing light, washing through your body, calming your mind and harmonizing your spirit. The subconscious mind, free from conflict and tension, responds by restoring balance and wholeness. Beloved, understand that rest, relaxation, and surrender are not passive. They are active, intentional states of mind that engage the subconscious and direct divine energy to manifest healing. Every moment spent in calm reflection, deep breathing, meditation, visualization, and affirmations is a moment in which your body is restored, your mind is harmonized, and your spirit is uplifted. These practices create the perfect alignment of body, mind, and spirit, allowing the infinite intelligence of Jesus to operate unhindered. Finally, remember that Jesus, as the infinite healer, works most powerfully when the mind is quiet, the heart is surrendered, and the body is at ease. Rest, relaxation, and surrender are not mere comforts. They are active agents of healing. They allow the subconscious mind to function optimally, remove obstacles, and direct life, energy, and vitality to every part of your being. By embracing these practices consistently, combined with faith, visualization, affirmation, forgiveness, and gratitude, you create a perfect environment for complete restoration. Health becomes not a hope, but a present reality. Energy flows freely. Every cell, every organ, every system responds to divine intelligence. You are healed, you are whole, you are free, alive with the energy and presence of Jesus flowing through you now. Beloved, now let us focus upon the transformative power of visualization and the immense role it plays in the manifestation of healing. Visualization is not a mere act of imagination. It is a sacred instrument of the subconscious mind, a direct channel through which divine intelligence operates. When you vividly picture your body as perfectly healthy, every organ functioning optimally, every system harmonized, you impress upon the subconscious mind a precise image of restoration. The subconscious does not distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is physically present. When this image is combined with faith, emotion, and affirmation, the subconscious mind acts immediately to bring that vision into physical manifestation. Consider the extraordinary principle that the mind is like a fertile field, and the images you hold are seeds. Whatever is planted with faith and emotion will grow. If you repeatedly visualize yourself in perfect health, if you feel the vitality, the strength, and the freedom of this restored state, then your subconscious mind accepts it as a law. It begins to organize every cell, every organ, every system of your body to correspond exactly to that image. The law is infallible. The subconscious mind is obedient, and it cannot resist a clearly impressed, vividly imagined image, coupled with belief. Visualization, therefore, is one of the most potent tools for healing, for it communicates directly to the deepest levels of consciousness. Faith and feeling are essential components of visualization. You must not visualize mechanically or abstractly. Imagine with conviction as if the healing has already occurred. See yourself walking with energy, sitting with ease, breathing freely, and feeling light, strong, and vibrant. Allow yourself to experience the joy, relief, and vitality of complete health. These feelings are what give power to the images, impressing the subconscious mind with certainty. The more intense the feeling, the stronger the impression, and the faster the subconscious mind responds. Faith converts images into reality, and the subconscious mind, in its obedience to law, carries out the restoration. It is also essential to visualize the healing process as complete and effortless. Do not dwell on the illness or on limitations. Focus entirely on the restored state. Picture your immune system strong, every organ functioning perfectly, and every cell energized with life. If pain or weakness exists, see it dissolving, being replaced with light, energy, and vitality. Visualization is a creative act. The subconscious mind does not question or analyze, it acts on the dominant image it perceives. Therefore, the more vivid, positive, and specific the image, the more immediate and complete the manifestation. Visualization works hand in hand with affirmations. While picturing the body restored, repeat words such as, I, Jesus, heal me. My body is whole. Every cell, every tissue, every organ is renewed and restored to perfection. The words combined with the image and feeling impress the subconscious mind with absolute certainty. Repetition strengthens the impression, and the subconscious mind obeys with precision. Each session of visualization, coupled with affirmation, magnifies the healing force, directing life and energy exactly where it is needed. Many people underestimate the power of imagination because they consider it trivial mental activity. Yet imagination, when directed consciously, is the creative instrument of life. Jesus worked through the imagination of his followers, showing that what is seen mentally can be manifested physically. The subconscious mind responds to imagination as a command, a law, and an absolute truth. When you engage in visualization of health with belief, emotion, and expectation, you activate the creative intelligence within, and the body responds naturally and perfectly. The visualization also addresses the emotional and mental components of healing. Often, fear, doubt, or tension obstructs physical restoration. By visualizing health, you replace fear with faith, doubt with certainty, and tension with relaxation. Picture yourself free from worry, stress, and limitation. See the mind calm, the emotions balanced, and the spirit uplifted. This holistic approach ensures that the subconscious mind receives a harmonious message, allowing healing to occur in body, mind, and spirit simultaneously. It is important to practice visualization consistently, preferably daily, during times of rest or quiet reflection. The subconscious mind responds most powerfully when the conscious mind is relaxed and focused. Early morning or just before sleep are ideal moments, for the mind is naturally receptive and the body is more responsive. Visualize in a state of calm, breathe deeply, and immerse yourself in the feeling of restored health. Consistent practice strengthens the subconscious impression and accelerates the manifestation of physical healing. Faith, forgiveness, gratitude, and surrender enhance the effectiveness of visualization. Faith reinforces the certainty of the image. Forgiveness removes emotional blockages. Gratitude amplifies positive energy, and surrender allows divine intelligence to operate freely. Combine these elements with vivid imagination, and you create a perfect environment for the subconscious mind to restore harmony, balance, and vitality throughout your body. The law is absolute. The subconscious mind cannot resist a clear, felt, and repeated image coupled with belief. Visualization also works for specific parts of the body. If a particular organ or area requires healing, focus your mental image upon it. See the organ energized, repaired, and functioning perfectly. Feel the energy flowing into it, dissolving all tension, pain, or disease. Seek affirmations directly to that part of the body. Heart, you are strong and healthy. I, Jesus, heal you. Every cell in you vibrates with life. The subconscious mind responds precisely, directing healing energy to the targeted area, restoring it fully. This method magnifies the power of visualization and ensures that healing is comprehensive and effective. Do not be discouraged if the results are not immediately visible. The subconscious mind works tirelessly, often unseen, to reorganize, repair, and harmonize the body according to the impressed image. Healing may occur gradually or rapidly, but the law is perfect. Each visualization strengthens the subconscious impression and accelerates the restoration process. Trust the law, remain persistent, and maintain your vivid images of health. Over time, the body will align completely with the divine pattern, reflecting the perfect health you have visualized. Finally, remember that Jesus, as the infinite healer, works through your visualization. The mind's images, coupled with faith, feeling, and affirmation, communicate directly with the subconscious mind, which directs the body to restore balance, vitality, and energy. Visualization is a sacred act, a practical law, and a divine instrument. By practicing it consistently with belief and emotion, you engage the infinite intelligence within and the miraculous occurs. Health, vitality, and restoration are not hopes. They are present realities, manifesting now as the subconscious mind obeys the impressed law of perfect health. You are healed. You are whole. You are alive with the energy and presence of Jesus flowing through every cell, every tissue, and every organ of your being. Beloved, as we conclude this series of principles for healing, let us now focus on the ultimate power of affirmation and spoken word, and how the words you consciously choose to repeat can transform your body, mind, and spirit into a temple of health, vitality, and divine wholeness. Words are not mere sounds, they are vibrations, impressions, and commands that penetrate deeply into the subconscious mind. The subconscious, being obedient to every repeated suggestion, acts upon the words you impress upon it, whether for good or for ill. By speaking words of healing, health, and life, you are activating the law of life within you, directing the infinite intelligence of Jesus to restore harmony and vitality to every cell, every tissue, and every organ. Understand that affirmations are most powerful when repeated consistently, with conviction and accompanied by faith. The subconscious mind responds not only to words, but to the emotional tone, feeling, and certainty with which they are spoken. Therefore, an affirmation such as, "I, Jesus, heal me. My body is whole, my mind is clear, my spirit is at peace," should be spoken slowly with attention and belief. Visualize the truth of these words as you speak them, feel their reality, and allow your consciousness to align fully with the restoration they describe. The subconscious mind, receiving this command, immediately begins to organize life energy, direct repair, and harmonize every system in accordance with the affirmation. Many people underestimate the power of spoken word, thinking that healing depends solely upon physical remedies or external circumstances. Yet the law of the subconscious is absolute. It cannot resist a clear, repeated, and believed suggestion. When the words of healing are impressed upon it, the subconscious mind acts automatically, aligning the body with the divine pattern of wholeness. Each repetition of the affirmation strengthens the impression, intensifies belief, and accelerates the manifestation of health. The law is precise. The subconscious mind fulfills the images and words it receives. Affirmations are most effective when integrated with visualization, faith, gratitude, forgiveness, and relaxation. Picture your body restored as you speak the words, feel the certainty of health, give thanks for the healing already in motion, release all resentment, and enter a state of calm surrender. This holistic approach engages the subconscious mind in multiple ways, reinforcing the command and ensuring that the life force of Jesus flows unimpeded to every part of the body. Words alone are powerful, but when combined with these elements, they become irresistible forces of restoration. It is also essential to speak affirmations in the present tense, as though the healing has already occurred. Do not say, "I will be healed," or "I hope to be well." Instead, declare, "I am healed, I am whole, I am restored." The subconscious mind does not understand future tense or wishful thinking. It responds to the certainty and clarity of present reality. By affirming health as a present truth, you impress the subconscious mind with the pattern of restoration, and it begins to organize the body to match this reality. Speak the words with authority, with feeling, and with unwavering faith. Repetition is key. The subconscious mind requires persistent, continuous, and consistent instruction. Each day, multiple times a day, speak your affirmations aloud, or silently with attention and feeling. Repeat them upon waking, during periods of quiet reflection, and before sleep. Each repetition deepens the impression in the subconscious, reinforces belief, and accelerates the physical manifestation of healing. The law is cumulative. The more often the affirmation is repeated with faith, the more rapidly the subconscious mind brings the body into alignment with the pattern of health. Affirmations can also be tailored to specific areas or conditions within the body. If a particular organ, system, or function requires healing, direct your words to that area. For example, say, "Heart, you are strong, healthy, and vibrant. I, Jesus, heal you. Every cell of my heart functions perfectly." Speak with conviction. Visualize the organ restored and feel the energy flowing into it. The subconscious mind obeys these focused commands precisely, directing healing to the targeted area and harmonizing the body in response to the spoken word. Beloved, understand that spoken words carry an emotional vibration that the subconscious mind cannot resist. When affirmations are spoken with love, faith, and gratitude, they resonate deeply, awakening the creative forces within. Every word of healing becomes a spark, igniting the life energy within your body. The subconscious mind translates these sparks into action, reorganizing, repairing, and restoring the body to perfect health. Words are not merely symbolic. They are active instruments of divine power, when used with understanding and intention. It is also important to combine spoken affirmations with silence and listen. After speaking words of healing, take a moment of stillness, allowing the subconscious mind to absorb the suggestion fully. During this quiet reflection, feel the energy of Jesus flowing through your body, harmonizing, restoring, and revitalizing. This combination of speech, feeling, and quiet observation maximizes the power of the affirmation and ensures that the subconscious mind integrates it completely. Faith enhances the effectiveness of affirmations. When words are spoken with unwavering belief, the subconscious mind receives them as truth. Doubt or hesitation diminishes the power of the spoken word. Therefore, speak with absolute confidence, as though the healing has already occurred. Feel the truth of the words in your heart and mind. Let faith be the bridge between the spoken command and its manifestation in the body. The law of life is precise. Where faith directs, the subconscious mind obeys. Gratitude reinforces the spoken word. As you affirm healing, give thanks for the restoration already taking place. Say, "Thank you, Jesus, for my healing. Thank you for the health flowing through every part of my being now." Gratitude impresses the subconscious mind with certainty, joy, and expectation. It amplifies the vibration of the affirmation, attracting life energy and accelerating the manifestation of perfect health. The combination of spoken word, faith, visualization, gratitude, and forgiveness creates a powerful synergy that cannot be resisted by the subconscious mind. Persistence is essential. Healing may not appear immediately in the physical senses, but the subconscious mind works tirelessly to bring the words into reality. Do not become discouraged by appearances or temporary discomfort. Continue speaking your affirmations with conviction, feeling, and expectation. Trust the law of the subconscious mind and the infinite power of Jesus. Over time, the body, mind, and spirit align completely with the words, and healing manifests fully and harmoniously. Finally, understand that Jesus, as the infinite healer, works most powerfully through the spoken word when combined with faith, feeling, visualization, forgiveness, gratitude, and surrender. Every word you speak with understanding and belief penetrates the subconscious, directs the life force, and organizes the body to restore perfect health. The law is absolute. Repeated, believed, and felt affirmations bring forth miraculous results. Health, energy, and vitality are not distant hopes. They are present realities, manifesting now through the obedience of your subconscious mind and the infinite power of Jesus flowing through every cell, every tissue, and every organ. Beloved, hold this truth firmly in your consciousness. The spoken word is a divine instrument, a law of life, and a channel for miraculous healing. Speak with faith, visualize with certainty, feel with conviction, give thanks with joy, forgive freely, and surrender fully. The subconscious mind obeys, the body responds, and the energy of Jesus restores you completely. You are healed, you are whole, you are free, alive with vitality, restored in every way, and filled with the presence and power of Jesus now.